Bruh. Is this seriously happening? Bruh. Are they seriously making anti-consumerism billboards on trucks on DC? You know what I was thinking to myself? If Voltec started the Great War, why is there a Chinese submarine in the game? And I think there might be a reason I can explain that. What if? Now, if you ask me who dropped the bombs, I don't know who it is. I honestly think it's either USA, it's either China, or it's Voltec. However, I sometimes lean a little bit more towards Voltec. What if Voltec, through some government means, launched a nuke at the United States or China, and then China retaliated towards the USA, or the USA retaliated to China, and ignited the Great War? It only takes one nuke. It doesn't matter who it's from, everybody nukes each other after one nuke is fired. So what if Voltec, all I had to do is launch one little nuke, and then they could literally start a chain reaction destroying the whole world. That's how I could see that being Voltec. But Congress, I'm looking at this. Congress say no to risky repair laws. These laws put American drivers and national security at risk. Are you kidding me? Actually, here's the thing, right? There are these things on billboards saying, "Oh, fixing your car puts Americans at risk." Actually, wouldn't you think if there was a security risk, wouldn't you want to go in and fix it? And like, for example, if I knew that there was like foreign security risk to my car, I'd want to fix that, don't you think? Like, do these guys? I want to ask, do the people that make our laws have like 0 IQ? But the answer is obviously yes. I mean, if you really think about it, most of the people that make internet laws are the people that haven't even touched a Nokia brick, let alone an iPhone. They probably don't even know how to start their damn computer. They probably have to, like, go to the library to, like, look up a book on how to, like, start their computer. The generation, I'm sorry, this, I mean this mostly as a joke. The generation that built computers can't seem to know how to turn the damn things on. They make fun of us trying to, like, say we can't write cursive. Well, boomers, you made computers. You can't turn them on. Really? Really, my dude. Hell yeah, now we can get Science 4. I want that for my radium rifle because it's gonna get me more damage. Also, by the way, you know what I hate? I hate trucks that have this scan to learn more. Like, oh yes, you want me to pick up my phone, navigate to the camera, scan your code, while I'm going 70 miles an hour down the interstate? What the hell? That should be illegal. That's dangerous. How is that not illegal? You can die, dumbass rat stag.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me. Looking to lighten your load?
What? Where did these right to repair trucks? Who hired these trucks? If you guys don't know me, in my opinion, rightfully so, I am pro right to repair, which is the radical idea where I believe that I should be able to repair a product that I use. Uh-oh, is my controller broken? Do I need to get stick drift? Simple. Do I need, uh-oh, do I have stick drift? Simple. I should be able to pop this bastard right open like this, and then I can switch the lever like this, and rip the joystick right out. See that? Isn't that cool? I can rip the joystick right out of this bastard. On the go. And then, shove a brand new one up right there. Bam. Close that. And then, boom. Ready to go. I can replace a joystick. If I have one, I could replace it within like 15 seconds. Like, bro, no one should be against right to repair. I think that should be a unanimously agreed upon thing, no matter who you are. You should be able to fix whatever you have, because that prolongs the life. And also, screw planned obsolescence. That's how you pronounce it. It should be illegal to break a product after a purchase. Simple as that.
Defending Diamond City is nothing me, my boys, the wall, and the turrets. Can't believe I'm posting something.
Rev up America.
Christmas turkey.
So-called right to repair laws would give unrestricted access to the data, opening a door to hackers, cheap knockoff parts, and advertisers like China, North Korea, and Iran. Oh my god. Are we seriously going with the Iran bullshit? Oh my god, I can already tell who these people are. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say it because I know if I do, I'm going to piss off my audience, or a couple of them. I know exactly who these guys are. Freaking losers, bro. Oh, let me say this. Let's say there is a security risk. Wouldn't you want to get that fixed? You know, let's say, national security risk, I better get that fixed. Wouldn't you want me to get that fixed? I'm just saying. And explain to me how repairing my car is a risk to national security. You're out of your goddamn mind if you think that. Oh, it'll get, open the door and knock off parts for adversaries like China, Iran, and in North Korea. Do we really believe parts are coming out of North Korea? North Korea hates our ass. Do you think they're gonna let parts come out of North Korea? Dumbass idiots. You know what? I have to look at their Facebook group now that I know it. I have to regret. I have a Facebook account only because I need it for AR, VR. Let's see. Rev Up America. Let's see what these dumbasses post. God damn! I could. You know what? I have to say it. I know who they are. They're probably a bunch of MAGA buffoons. God damn. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I have to see this. Oh, God. So-called right to repair laws will give... Listen, next time I'll put my car on jack stands, okay? The last time was only a little risky. I accidentally sold my data in North Korea because I figured they could use it more than me. Not sending it. Honestly, my check, I was repairing my car, not sending it off to China. Actually, you know what's the problem with cars? Is cars collect data on you. Like, oh, my right to repair my car. Bitch, I drive a Subaru, bitch. My parts are from Japan, dumbass.
Please. I just want to be alone. Hey.
Like, good God, people. No one's following them. Or they're following no one's saying. Should politicians pick what's usual? Stop the Repair Act. More options, less seek.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
The only thing I can agree with these stupid asses is that, yes, they say tariffs do make cars expensive. Because here's the thing, right? They have to import the car parts and assemble them in America. And listen, I'll explain this to you. You can tell me I'm an LIBTARD, whatever, and you can also run your goddamn mouth, but listen, here's what I'm going to say, and if you can't accept this, then you're the problem. Here's how it works. Imagine you're selling a product to America. You just got hit with a 25% tariff. Okay, so now you pay $1. You sell it for $1. You get that $1, but then you lose 25% of that, which is you only get 75 cents. So you know what you're gonna do? I want you to imagine this, right? You got two options. You got A, I'm gonna move to the United States. And here's the issue, right? That's a good idea, but here's the problem. First of all, you need to buy land, and land is expensive, especially in the U.S. right now. We could talk politics all we want, but land is expensive in America. Second of all, you have to start getting Clean Air Act and Clean Acts, like, signed. You gotta have licenses to build things like methane turbines and refineries. You need to get zoned. Then, after that, you need to pay so much money, billions of dollars. Well, depending on the factory, mostly in the tens, hundreds, millions. You have to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to get the materials to build the factory. Materials that have a chance of being tariffed themselves. And then after that, you need to start finding workers. And, of course, that might not be that hard to do. That does more damage.
That's what you want.
Oh, that's bullshit again. Okay, so as I was saying, right, you got two options. First of all, A, you move your industry to America. You pay millions of dollars, most likely also millions of dollars of materials that also are already tariffed to shit. And then you gotta find land, which is expensive. And then you gotta get zoned. And then you gotta get certificates and approvals. And then you also gotta find workers. Or are you gonna do all that? Or are you just gonna up the price? Now listen, be honest with me. I don't care of your political leaning. Put yourself in the shoes of a corporation. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna spend all that time wasting time? Hold on, give me a second. Where the hell is the light? Anyway, okay, now as I was saying, are you going to A, move all that industry over to America, or you spend billions of dollars, actually like millions of dollars, get land permits, get zoned, get workers, and then also, by the way, not just that, you have to spend years building a factory. How long does it take to build a factory? Under 1 year for simple factories, to several years, 2 to 4 years. So 1 to 4 years for a factory. Let's say at the minimum 1 year. 1 year's a lot of time. And then as you're doing that, who knows what tariffs could be introduced within that year? Or are you going to do that? Or are you just simply going to up the price? And if you just said up the price, you're correct. It is not because they hate America. It's because it's the simplest thing to do. Humans are lazy and they take the path of least resistance. They're always going to take, like, imagine this. Are you going to go up a mountain or down a hill? You're going to go down a hill. Why? Because you're lazy. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're just a human and humans are lazy. And that is no problem. Humans like to do the easiest option there is. Like companies. Companies do not care where they build their shit. Companies do not care about anything except for money. All they're going to do is make the price go up, and then they're going to pass it down to the distributor. And then when the distributor starts paying more, they're going to pass it down to the branch, like a Walmart. And then once the Walmart starts having to pay more, they're going to pass it down to you. And then here's where you get super effed in the ass. Is that when you get used to all these high prices, they ain't going to take them down. You're going to get so used to these high prices that they're not going to bring them back down. Because here's the thing, right? Can you imagine that? Imagine if you get comfortable living a life where you have to pay more, they're not going to take that price down, buddy. Here, and some people might say to this, okay, you're anti-tariff, right? What would you do better? Here's what I would do better. First of all, I would place a restriction and say this. Let's say I want American cars. And I say, okay, hey car company, I'm going to let's say 50,000, 70,000 cars into the country. Now, after you get those 50,000 cars in, every car after that, you're going to pay 100% tariff. You see, that allows them to ship cars to us, but it does not let them, take over our economy. Now, disclaimer, I am not an economist. I have no credentials. However, why do I say that? It's because it's what Canada does. Canada was suffering from us giving them so much milk, it was driving their freaking dairy farmers crazy.
Head over there.
So, in around 2010s, I don't know when it was, 2010s, and I talked to my economist teacher about this, and she said, yes, you're correct.
Here.
This is what happened. So, America was exporting too much milk to Canada. It was causing problems with their dairy farmers.
Go there.
So we signed the United States-Mexico-Canada Trade Agreement, USMCA. And it said, okay, America, you can give us 50,000 metric tons of milk. If you go over that, any milk after that is tariffed 250%, plus 1% to that 50,000 metric tons, and that plus 1% every year ends in 13 years. Now, Canada made sure that we did not go over. Now, what our president says, Canada's screwing us over. No. Trump signed and co-signed the United States-Mexico-Canada Trade Agreement. He signed that. And the fact that he somehow forgot what he signed and is saying, oh, they're screwing us over, is complete and utter horseshit. He's saying they're screwing us over from a bill he signed. That's like him shooting an American and saying, look, Americans are dying. Yeah, you shot him. He didn't actually do that for legal reasons. That's like you literally lighting a house on fire and then saying, why is my house on fire? Well, maybe, you know, you lit your damn house on fire. Go figure, huh? Monkey see, monkey do now, huh? And here's the thing. If we're gonna do tariffs, tariffs should be a rate quotient. We should say, hey, you can put this much into the country, but after this, if you get more than this amount, you pay us tariffs. That's fair. That lets people put or import into the country, but also says, hey, you can't have too much, or else you get price. Fair game. Fair game. And here's what I hate, right? I hate when you criticize his tariffs, and you get all of his base saying, oh, you're anti-Trump. No, I just don't want the economy to collapse. Because, here's the thing. We don't learn our lesson. Do you guys know... Oh, wow, we can actually go for fusion generators. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Now, why do I criticize tariffs? Because, again, I'm not an economist, but have you ever heard of the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act? It was passed roughly, what, June 17th, 1930? And it said, hey, farmers, we're going to tariff Canada, and we're going to get our economy back. It was marketed towards farmers. And do you know what happened after that? It basically worsened the Great Depression. Now, I will say this. From many sources I have read, tariffs did not tariffs did not cause the Great Depression. However, they worsened it. If you look, the thing that really kicked off the Great Depression was the stock market crash of 1929. And then the tariffs were basically putting gasoline on the fire. However, after those tariffs were lifted, the economy started to curve up until the Second World War, where it took a hit. After the Second World War concluded, the economy shot up and exploded. And I have physical proof. Look at the evidence. Go look at Dow Jones Index back in 1920s, and you'll see it. Oh, and by the way, after the whole matter, we voted Smoot and Hawley, the people who made those tariffs, right out of office. We kicked those dumbasses out. And then, it was agreed to, by Republicans and Democrats, to my knowledge, that the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Acts were, especially, they're agreed to by economists as a cautionary tale of why you don't do tariffs. If you're going to do tariffs, do it as a tariff rate TRQs or tariff rate quotients. I feel like I'm the only one in my county that knew what a tariff was before he even did tariffs. Bad storm. Boom, boom. You hear that? Boom, boom. That's what the gun sounds like. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm whooping these guys' ass.
Excuse me.
Thanks for your help fighting them off.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened? Anyway.
Are these guys underwater? Oh. Also, by the way, if you're human, you're gonna get absolutely slapped with this gun because not only that, it does 50 damage. So I think it does up to like what? It might do up to 90 base damage. 100 and 200 and let's see. 222 damage. I will say, about ghouls, right? It'll do 122 damage to ghouls. It'll do 170, but it'll heal 50. So the damage exceeds the radiation, so it should kill them. It'll take longer to kill them, of course, but it should kill them. This will heal ghouls, but for every like 1 damage it does, it'll essentially do almost 2. So it's like I'll take 3 damage away and give them 1 damage. That's the ratio. Oh shit, you can breathe underwater with that. Oh yeah, I'm noticing a little bit more damage. 5. It uses a bit more AP, but I'll take that damage. It does not add on the ballistic damage, other separate type of damage. Which I will say, that right there will be super good for like those stupid ass raiders that heal, but they can't. They'll always heal with stim packs. Well, if they can even survive getting punished by frickin' 12 rounds of this damn gun.
I've never lost anyone before. Failure is new to me.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take a break. See ya.